freedom, freedom hill, to you our hearts belong. Oh, freedom, freedom hill, for God has made us strong.
Freedom Hill is the high bluff, and so when you got to a high bluff where you could announce to a large number of people like Freedom Hill, the Emancipation Proclamation, that's the opportunity that Union General Terry took in the spring of 1865. The historical significance of Princeville as the oldest town or city in America incorporated by freed people. After slavery, formerly enslaved people can legally purchase land, but much of the land that was available for purchase and allowed to be purchased tended to be swampland. And so Princeville itself, situated on the Tar River, is directly affected by hurricanes. Literally in 1885, when it was incorporated, hurricanes hit that year.
Our forefathers came across the Tar River Bridge right after the emancipation with absolutely nothing but their God-given gifts and talents, and they created a town, and they shed their blood, sweat, and tears on these sacred grounds.
Growing up into Princeville and growing up the way that you grew up, you didn't know that there was such rich history for the little town that you're in. Where the history started getting into deep down into my soul, I guess, was after the flood of '99.
From the waters Princeville came, birthed from thy hallowed ground, standing tall through wind and rain, from the waters rose again.
In '99, we had Hurricane Florida come through, which we thought it was tropical storm. It was raining, raining, raining. We got a call from the National Weather Service that eventually 6 feet of water was going to come over the dike. And the dike is right down at the foot of the bridge. It's 37, I think it's 37 feet. But they forgot to tell us that the water was going to keep on coming. At that time, it was like a war zone. Helicopters flying all over everywhere. Princeville looked like a ghost town. Children toys hanging in the trees. Some of the caskets came up out of the graveyard. And it was like nothing I ever seen.
2016 came, and that was the year of Matthew. When the hurricane came, it was on October the 8th. That was the day my son got married. It was a day that had a very surreal feeling. It was almost like I knew the wedding was gonna be exciting, but there was something else in my feelings, in my spirit, that was not at an unrest, but it was just strange. To me, the storm became a bully because the water had started coming into town by that Sunday evening and that Monday. So of course we had made a mandatory evacuation. We knew that you can rebuild a place, but it's sometimes hard to rebuild emotions and lives. Oh, Princeville is our home, forever will it be.
Anytime we have flooding in North Carolina, we lose a part of our history. And FEMA and the rest of the agencies are working with that, but it's a struggle for the community because it takes a lot of collaboration, a lot of work, and a lot of listening.
Recovery is a process, and a lot has occurred, and we have a lot underway with completed projects and projects that have closed out, but we still have to keep in mind that it is a process. And so we have multiple grants towards our recovery process, and what those grants would afford the town of Princeville to be able to do is to move the recovery projects forward. And so funds that will filter into the town of Princeville will not just be limited to recovery, it would also contribute to the day-to-day operation and the forward thinking for the town of Princeville. And it will also allow the citizens to get a sense of relief as it relates to the ongoing anticipation of flooding in the town of Princeville.
We see all of these state agencies and leadership from different parties coming together to invest in Princeville, but all at the direction and with the collaboration of local leaders in Princeville. This is not a process that can be over and done and the community's back and everybody's happy. And that's one of the difficult realities about building climate resilience and doing disaster recovery, is that to do it thoughtfully takes a long time. And we're moving at the pace of trust. We're moving at the speed of relationship development.
Gone through the process of hazard mitigation and elevation and reconstruction. I did it because all this land belonged to my grandfather, and this is home, and this is where we want to be. This is the oldest town chartered by blacks in America, and we want to make sure that it still exists for our kids and our grandkids.
May thy citizens be true and ever sing of thee. In thy place forever stand on this fertile sacred land.
I hope to see in the Princeville, in the future, Princeville will continue to grow. I would love to see a post office. I would love to see a supermarket.
What I would like to see in this town, more business, for more revenue to come through here. You know, for like another store, maybe another grocery store, even one franchise restaurant would be fine in this community. It'd be nice if we're gonna get them things in the town of Princeville, the oldest black town in the world.
So I see Princeville propelling forward over the next 10, even 20 years of new development, and then really becoming the hub center of African American history and acknowledging, the struggles, recognizing that, putting the historical tourism to the forefront, while also recognizing like how sustainable this community is, and being able to put the agriculture to the forefront, being able to put businesses here, getting folks in to spend money here, raising our tax bases. And so it is a place where people, when they leave to go to college, they come back. And my community members have treated me like I am one of them. People have made me feel like I'm at home in a way that nowhere else has ever done so.
Two of the oldest buildings in Princeville, well over 100 years old. And when I look at those two buildings, and they're still standing, and now the Wooten House is beginning to lean a little bit more, but still standing and have stood through so many floods. They've even stood the test of time. It's sad to me, Princeville has to stand. Oh, Princeville is our home, forever will it be. Forever will it be. And that's our anthem. Forever will it be. We ain't going nowhere.